A boy put his admission letter into a scanner, peeled off the logo, changed the colors, and added the name of a fake university. Just like that, a college acceptance letter was ready. By chance, his parents saw it, and he convinced them that he had been accepted into the fake college he had created. However, before he could even celebrate, over 3,000 people showed up on the first day of school, each paying a tuition fee of $$20,000. David suddenly found himself a billionaire. He had no choice but to continue running the school. Years later, this fake university became a prestigious institution. Even more absurdly, this entire story is based on real events. David had struggled throughout high school, failing at everything. He managed to convince everyone he was a top student, but when the college entrance exam results came out, he was shocked. He scored 71.1 points, just shy of getting into Harvard. If his parents found out, he'd probably be skinned alive. So he began to brainwash them. It costs $$80,000 to attend a 4-year college. If I work for 4 years, I'll earn $$80,000. Doesn't that mean I'll make $$160,000? But his parents weren't buying it. Relatives' kids had gotten into Caledon University, while David couldn't even get into a 2-year program. Then, he had an idea. What if I just start my own university? After photocopying the admission letter, he got a friend to create a fake website for the school. And just like that, Dilligon University was born. His father actually believed it and paid for 4 years of tuition, even saying he would personally take David to the campus. David was stunned. Quickly, he used the money his father gave him to rent an old, abandoned mental hospital. It was surprisingly well equipped. There was a playground, a swimming pool, dorms, everything. And it was right next to the century-old Caledon University. Though the place was a little rundown, everything else seemed fine. So, David began cleaning and renovating. A few days later, Dilligon University officially opened. Everything was ready, except for a president. Luckily, his classmate Mike's uncle was a retired professor from Caledon University. He would be the perfect fit for the job. On the first day of school, they hired extras to pose as freshmen and even ordered uniforms. When David's parents arrived, they didn't notice anything strange. They praised the dorms and the environment, and the president was on point, giving a long speech about the school's mission and educational philosophy. His parents believed the school was reliable, so they left feeling reassured. As soon as they were gone, David lay down to play video games. Just when he and his friends were enjoying the game, there was a sudden knock at the door. When David opened it, he was completely stunned. Over 3,000 people were standing outside, each with luggage in hand, ready to move in and pay 4 years of tuition. At first, he had only wanted to trick his parents, but now he had unintentionally created an illegal scam. It turned out Mike's shortcut in making the website allowed anyone to click a button and enroll. Now, things were out of control. David quickly gathered the students together and decided to confess the truth to them. Just as he was about to speak, one student stood up with emotion. He said that when his parents saw he had been accepted to the school, it was the first time they had ever been proud of him. The room erupted into applause. All of the students were people who had failed their exams. They had never been good at school, their teachers looked down on them, and their parents constantly criticized them. Society had written them off as failures. Over time, they became self-conscious and resigned, giving up on themselves. So, when a university unconditionally accepted these failures, it felt like the first time in their lives they were encouraged and acknowledged. David, deeply moved, decided to change his plan. Instead of dissolving the school, he turned the meeting into an opening ceremony, and he became the first president of Dilligon University.